And secret number 4, the most important one of them all, the one that if you neglect, nothing I ever tell you will ever matter. It is sleep. It is deep rest. And before you tune me out and think that this is trivial, I promise you it's not. And I know this because I see a lot of students cram and pull all-nighters, and that is literally the opposite to what I'm about to say here. If you understood the importance of deep rest, and you will now, you would never do that ever again, because it's probably the worst thing you could ever do. So let's look at what I'm talking about. So neuroplasticity, everything that we talked about in that introduction, can be initiated, yes, absolutely, by deep focus. And so I love that you're prioritizing your study sessions. I love that you want to optimize your study sessions. But guess what? The actual rewiring of those neurons, those connections, as they become repeated and strengthened, all of that memory consolidation that happens, it occurs in your sleep. It occurs in your deep rest. And so neuroplasticity, how you learn, is a 2-step process. It's not just the deep focus, but it's also deep rest. And so when you are pulling all-nighters and you're cramming, the reason why it's so inefficient and ineffective is you will learn the material, or you will think that you learn the material because you've put active focus towards it, and then you will pull the all-nighter. You might even have done well on the exam the next day. If you are in maybe perhaps a lower class in high school, yes, the exam might have been so easy enough that it was regurgitation questions where you could go ahead and just literally remember what you had just looked at an hour or 2 hours before. But when you get into higher education, this will definitely not fly, right? And moreover, ask yourself, how many times when you cram or pulled an all-nighter do you remember the information the next day after you eventually go to bed? Probably rarely, probably 0 times